Yeah, fuck. Damn, this bitch in my hand, she doing too much. Beam on my hip and it's spraying too much. Like, shawty get scared of the gunshots. Damn, shawty, I like it in franchise. She like how I'm moving, I do it a lot. Like, assholes come, I let my shawty talk. Damn, you like the way that I walk, you like the way that I talk, assholes still my, fuck. Like me and Battle in the stew. Like, you already know what we do, we can take your whole life anytime. You know what we doing tonight. Like, band on the shit and we good for the night. Like, champagne bottles, we poppin' all night. Like, Casamigos in the lids. Casamigos got me lit, fuck.
Casamigo that drunk get me lit. Walk in the party, got everybody lit. Off the Migos, she throwing a fit. Off the Henny, she popping a tip. Send the play, I'm ready blitz. They mad, I know I'm making hits. I know they mad, I'm making pay. Pass that John the Taj, cause bro wanna wait.
Shorty wanna fuck, it's 2 a.m.
Shorty real fun, I think she brought her friend.
Like, she wanna run it back, she wanna do it again.
Shorty real fun, I think she brought her friend.
Like, she wanna run it back, she wanna do it again. Me and Twin on the same thing. Shorty wanna come slide through. You already know what to do. She in my body like glue. I'm on all over it too. Fuck, like we in the party, it's lit. Bad bitches, they poppin' the tits. You know what we doing, we lit. You get drunk on the island and dead. Bad bitch wanna go on a yacht. Bad bitch wanna go on my spot. Like, she fuckin' with me from the start. And she know what to do when I'm on. Yeah, fuck. Damn, this bitch in my hand, she doing too much. Like, me and Battle in the stew. Like, you already know what we do. But you take your whole life anytime. Can take your whole life anytime.
Another Dr. Bombay production. More hit for the street.
Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is. Y'all gonna stop playing with me.
Give it to me.
I gotta say what's up to D-Rail and the conscious clientele. Put the sector on the map, put the sector on his back. Now we got it poppin', we unlock, we drop it. 12K on Robbie and couldn't get a pussy poppin'. It's G-Code, fam, HQ. From Arizona to Baltimore, what it do? Bombay, nigga, you got the juice now, for real. I picked a lemon off the tree, now I'm selling juice for real. Where's the porterhouse? Let's get the beef on the grill. People told me to chill until they witness the skills. It's binary. And yes, I started this troll shit. Wesley TG, y'all remember the classics binary. Bitch, I'm way above average, got a doctorate and it felt like practice. It's binary, this game is way too easy for me. I manufacture a beef just to get through my week, it's binary.
I know you seen better days, they think about running away. Wanna go back to yesterday, but these 4 MCs gonna show you the way. Stand your ass up, don't run and hide, or lay down like you're dead inside. You're in the groove now, show you right. So roll your spliff, settle in for the night. I know you've seen better days, they think about running away. Wanna go back to yesterday, but these 4 MCs gonna show you the way. Stand your ass up, don't run and hide, or lay down like you're dead inside. You're in the groove now, show you right. So roll your spliff, settle in for the night.
Hey yo, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. Yeah. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Binary back at you with another live video. Hey. Man, y'all would think that it's summertime. The way that my black ass is going live consistently in the morning publicly for all peoples to enjoy. But look, this is how you know it's not summertime, because my time is very, very limited. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get in, get out, get in how I fit in. Work is going good for your boy, although it's highly stressful. It is highly stressful. You know, I agreed to a position and, I got promoted and all that stuff. But I'm coming. Coming. I don't know what they want from me. It's like the more money you come across, the more problems you see. Damn it. It feels like I done signed my name on the dotted line that said, have your way with me, just pay me, damn it. That's how it feels at work. But I love my job. That's how it feels at work. It's stressful, but it's being productive. It's a productive struggle. It's a great stress. You know what I mean? Whenever you earn your keep, damn it, you work harder and you just feel better about yourself. You feel like you're more productive in society. But whenever you robbing Negroes blind, you feel good instantly, that instant gratification. But the faster you get the money, the faster that shit goes away. Just keep that in mind. There is a shakeup going on in the beefing sector. There is a shakeup. There is a shift that is subtly happening, and if you blink, you miss it, and if you dumb, you don't get it. If you blink, you miss it, and if you're dumb, you don't get it. If you blink, you miss it, and if you dumb, you don't get it. Dumb, you don't get it. You dumb, you don't get it. Listen, man, there's a shakeup happening in the B sector, and everybody and their grandmama can see it. Everybody and their grandmama can see it, and we're going to talk about that, right? We're going to talk about that. One thing that I do want to get into is I have some dope ass supporters, man. I have some fire supporters. They seen Envy's title. Envy didn't even go live, I don't think. They seen Envy's title. And they let me know that Negro over there tripping. God damn. Envy is over there tripping. Envy said that I done got lined up by my own people. It be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes. Right, Mike. It be like that sometimes. Envy done said I done got lined up by my own people. Now, if you can read between the lines, then you already caught it. If you can't read between the lines, he talking about Resto Chesto. He talk about Big Twin. He's saying Big Twin done line my black ass up. You know, I can read between the lines. He said Twin done line my black ass up. Now, I don't necessarily believe that Twin had anything to do with the scrutiny that I'm facing right now. I don't want to believe that. But eventually the truth will reveal its ugly head. But let me get my black ass up in the chat and say hey to the people that are here. Shout out to Stiggs, Codification Squad. Shout out to my homegirl Stiggs coming through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Details. I see you. Shout out to Skunk Freaker. What's goody? Yaya in the building. Bush baby. Yaya is here until she fall asleep. Damn it, that's support. Shout out to Bush baby. Eddie, look at the folk. MBK, that's Big Bro. Big Bro is here. Big Bro is here. I heard he got to witness the wrath of P the Panel Killer. Now, I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Riverflow Infinite said, damn it, I'm going to go ahead and renew this mother effing membership and see what's really popping. See what's really shaking. Thank you, Riverflow Infinite, for renewing that membership. Code FAM. She's on the Code FAM tier. Thank you so much. December, baby, I see you, friend. Tay Bay Forever is up in here. Being nosy, just here being nosy. And we got Sage. Look how quickly we're able to get through that. And if you ain't scared to drop your messy ass out of the clouds, go ahead and do that and say what's up to your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my hardest to be a real content creator up in this bitch. So I'm trying to be in the chat, damn it. Look, I listened to a little bit of Envy's live. You know what I'm saying? I did. I listened to a little bit of Envy's live. You know, I was in the clouds. Shout out to D Darrell. I was in the clouds. You know what I'm saying? Listening to a little bit of Envy's live. I didn't, unless it's at the beginning that I didn't catch, it didn't seem disparaging to me. It didn't seem like Envy was trying to throw my name in the mud. It didn't seem like Envy was trying to cast blame on me. It didn't even seem like Envy was trying to set me up at all. You know what I mean? It felt like as if, Envy was going by the flow of his chat and his supporters, right? Like, what is the main theme in his chat? What's the main storyline of the supporters? Like, which direction do you guys really want him to take the conversation? And it seems like he was basing his commentary on the flow of the chat, right? But I did not watch the beginning. So, this is all based off of, I caught it, I guess, in the middle or whatever, right before he started reading the chat, and then he jumped in the chat. That's when I was there, right? So I missed the beginning. He could have been saying some crazy shit about me in the beginning. Who knows? And who really cares? I don't really care, right? I don't really care. But shout out to Envy, and thank you for having my name in the title that keeps your boy alive. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to be alive, y'all. Keeps your boy alive. You know what I mean? Oh, shout out to Living Life to the Fullest. Good to see you, friend. Okay, about to run and listen. Yo, let's go. Get your workout on. That's how you stay healthy. You see, I need to go ahead and start working out again. Shakim got the 100-day fitness challenge going on. Riverflow Infinite is about to start running. My wife actually is working out pretty religiously, and all I'm doing is growing in places I probably shouldn't be growing. Got a little bit of stomach popping, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe my black ass needs to start working out again. Maybe, I don't know. A little lazy. So Envy, right? Envy is listening to his people. I have a gut feeling Envy's trying to tell me something. One thing I do like about Envy is he is the most direct, non-direct person within the sector. Envy will say shit like, I just say how it is. I just call it like I see it. I just do this. I just do that. Not necessarily, right? With Envy, sometimes you really do have to read between the lines, and you have to unpack sarcasm. You have to really, really mine the mind of Envy, right? You got to mine the mind of Envy just to get to the bottom of things. And as I was listening to him, what I heard was pretty much binary, watch out for Resto. That's what I heard. Listening to Diva Tomboyish, for whatever reason, I don't know the reason. I only listened to a portion of, I think it was her live stream or a replay. And she said that there is something to it if Resto spoke to Sherekica's boyfriend or messaged Sherekica's boyfriend. And she said there is a difference. And she said it makes a world of difference. Now, I don't know what that world of difference is, but a lot of people are starting to put Resto's name in a lot of shit. And let us not forget lettuce, Caesar salad, lettuce, ranch dressing, let us eat healthy. Let us not forget. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, damn it. Let me get to where I didn't know I was going, damn it. Let me get to where I didn't know I was going, damn it. All right, give me a second. Give me a second in this bitch. Hold on, let me get to where I didn't know I was going, damn it. Let's see here. Let's go to here. I'm gonna share my screen and show y'all a little song. Show y'all a little song. All right. Where is it? Let's go here. All right. Let's hit the mute button. Okay, go ahead, hit the mute button. Sorry, y'all. Y'all will see what I'm doing in a second here. All right. Where is it? Oh, yeah, my bad. Let me filter. See, man, YouTube be making shit hard, bro. Newest first. Boom. Okay, we're almost there, guys. We are almost there. I just want to show you something that we kind of covered last week. Oh, here we go. I mean, last week. On yesterday. It felt like last week. Let me show y'all this right here. Here we go. Boom. Living life to the fullest said, damn it, man. Let that man grieve. This is part of the grieving process, and I'm actually going to assist the man in this process if he wants me to. It's completely up to him, right? It's completely up to him. It is what it is with him. All right, so this is something we cannot take for granted, right? We cannot take this for granted. We cannot sweep this under the rug. This is something we have to explore. We got to explore the reasons why, right? We got to explore the reasons why. And screw that Rusto. Now, we know he's saying Rusto. That's Big Twin. He's saying, screw that Rusto. Why the F is he worried about my mother effing girl? Don't forget, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. From Resto to the beef sector, he said, this dude is really upset with Lemon, and he is really upset with Binary. Never saying why, right? He said that he spent hours talking to this dude. Never said why that he was upset with me. However, it looks like to me, he's not only upset with me, even though he apologized, by the way, to me, but it seems like he's upset with Rusto. Now, people are trying to tell me that I need to let shit go. I never pick shit up to let go. People are trying to tell me just leave that man alone. I never bothered the man to leave him alone. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, nope, I didn't live in life to the fullest. I did not reach out to him. He reached out to me. You know, I'm leaving everything in that man's hands. I am not pushing any issues. I am not pushing anything. All I'm doing is saying, hey, you keep coming to me for things, and I am going to provide an opportunity for you to do whatever it is you feel like you need to do. One of the reasons why I'm doing that is because I actually wouldn't mind having a conversation with him, but on his own time. On his own time. I'm not forcing anything to happen. Shout out to Beans and Cornbread. Somebody, oh yeah. We'll get into it. But somebody said some disparaging shit about Beans and Cornbread, or was it Beans and Cornbread talking about how Sour Patch was saying some disparaging shit about her? How is your relationship with Sour Patch, Beans and Cornbread? Did y'all patch that shit up, or are y'all still beefing? Or is it still up and stuck? Shout out to Free Thinker. I see you, superstar. Thank you so much for being here. Miss Margot is in the building. Shout out to Miss Margot. That's fire, baby. Miss Margot is here. That's fire, baby. Everybody should tremble.
Fire, baby. That's fire. That's what I'm talking about.
Would you tremble? Shout out to Miss Margot. I see you. Miss Margot, a.k.a. Miss Mango, a.k.a. Miss Lewis is in the building. Good to see you. Tay Bay Forever. Did I say hey to you? I think I did. I know I did. I had to have. Anybody else that I missed? Hopefully I did not miss nobody else. River Flow Infinite says she is 60 and out there running her ass off. God damn. That's somebody that wants to live forever, damn it. If you 60 and you got that healthy ass lifestyle and you like, you know, you want to live forever, damn it. Riverflow Infinite is not trying to go to the by and by. Riverflow Infinite is trying to live as long as she possibly can and live in that healthy ass lifestyle. You know, I don't know how I feel about the longevity of life, right? Like once I get about 80, 85, it might be time to, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Are y'all not sick of this planet? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not trying to be racist, and I guess I can't be racist according to the beefing sector because I don't have the power to be racist. But I'm not trying to be prejudiced or racist or whatever. But it seems to me that white folks always try to find the fountain of youth. It seems to me that white folks are way more afraid of death than any other race. They're always trying to reverse the hands of time. It's almost like they push Christianity on us and don't even believe the shit. And so here my black ass am with the white man's religion believing the shit, and they don't even believe the shit. And they pushed it on me. Nah, I mean. Oh, she said F that cocaine. Okay, so y'all ain't cool. Y'all ain't cool. Living Life says shit. She's 60, I'm 54, and I'm looking and feeling fabulous. Let's go. I need to step my shit up, man. Oh, not you fighting the aging process. Come on, living life to the fullest. You gotta let it flow, let it go. The good Lord set up the aging process for a reason. Age with grace. You know what I'm saying? Age with grace. That's all I'm saying. All right, so back to the commentary, right? So Pizarro went off on Lemon. Did y'all see that or no? Pizarro went off on Lemon, and it was a great drag. I ain't gonna hold you. And it's not like I don't like Lemon, because I do, and I listened to a good portion of his live stream yesterday. So, I mean, Pizarro had a great drag. And so as I was listening to Pizarro drag Lemon through the freaking mud and then pick him up and slam him in a pool of water, right? So as I see, just to clean him off a little bit after she drug him through the filth, she threw him in water. So, she was showing great grace and hospitality, cleaning him up a little bit. But I was like, so what spawned this, right? And so I went and I started, and I caught a little bit of Lemon's replay, and I noticed something very, very interesting. And this is a portion of the shakeup. This is what I noticed. The chemistry between Lemon and Ness is reuniting, and it feels so good. The chemistry between Lemon and Ness has come back. They have always had a good back and forth. They have always had a good panel type of relationship where the mutual respect and the flow of the panel is insanely good. They are one of the best tandems, if that's what you call it, tandems in the game. A Lemon and Ness connection has always been dope. But in the beefing sector, people have short-term and long-term. Let me just say they have memory mother effing loss, right? And so because people are upset with Lemon, they forget that Lemon and Ness are actually dope together. And I hate to tell you, but those are facts. They're dope together. It is what a mother effing is. You can't deny chemistry. They have chemistry, and they have always had chemistry. Is that Simone S1? Is that Simone right there? Shout out to you. So December Baby said it won't last. It's for clout. LaDon, what's goody, LaDon? If I haven't told you already, I love the hair. If you feel old, you will look old. Damn it, I look young, but I feel old as shit. What up, Victor Moan? What's up, bro? What you doing here? No, I did not take a shot at Jesus, Lord Jesus. Not I took a shot at Jesus. I took a shot at the white folk that has pushed Jesus on me, and I believe in him. That's all. I love the Lord. I love you, Lord. You didn't know this was a worship live stream. What up, Miami Popo? Good to see y'all. Damn, we already triple digits up in this bitch. Hey, shout out to the ones that are rocking with me. Shout out to the ones that were like, damn it, I'm not getting the members only, but I'll support him if he does some public shit. So shout out to y'all cheap asses. Shout out to y'all cheap asses, but I love it. Thank y'all for the support. You know, every penny counts. Feed a child. Every penny counts. Every click, every view. Oh, Wu-Tang is for the children. Binary is capitalizing off of this situation. He just trying to make money. He just trying to get a click and a mother effing view. Oh, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Binary is doing this for clicks and views. Binary is trying to capitalize off this woman's death. Binary, just leave that man alone. Binary. We're going to talk about that a little later. But let's continue on. And so I listened to Pizza's drag on Lemon, and then I had to go see what prompted it, right? And so I took my ass over to the Grove. I took my ass over to Lemon Land. And I witnessed the awesome dynamic between Lemon and Ness, and it spawned in my mind a memory that they were always good together. Even when Ness would camp on Lemon, even when Lemon would camp on Ness's platform for hours on end. They really know how to feed off of one another. You know what I mean? They are a really good pair, right? As far as panel partners or whatever you want to call it. And so they're doing their thing, entertaining the crowd. Numbers are going up. People are enjoying the stream. I'm enjoying the replay. Tracy keeps interrupting. Ness tries to let her know that the shit's annoying. You know what I mean? And Lemon's getting agitated. You know, Tracy shit works whenever there is not like real panelists on there. Like, you know, if you have Ghetto who's good for a good 10 minutes, you know, and you have just Krista who's good for a good 10 minutes and then she goes on mute. Then you have Lolo who can navigate behind the scenes and bring up videos and shit like that. You know what I mean? Tracy's good in those settings. Tracy is not good when you have like a legit pairing between Lemon and Ness and they are really up there cooking and doing their thing. The interruption shit gets a little wonky, right? It just doesn't fit because we are really, really, really being entertained, right? We are really being entertained because they are two entertaining mofos that are blessing, you know, the chat or whatnot. And so the Tracy stuff got annoying, you know what I mean? It didn't really fit well. It was kind of, and I could tell Ness was getting a little aggy. She was getting a little agitated about it, but you know, she let it slide because not let it slide like if she's going to do something crazy or anything. I mean, just let it slide by not getting off of the panel, not letting it get to her and not doing all that. Because one, she recognized this is what Tracy does. And two, she recognized this was Lemon's platform. And three, I guarantee you she recognized that her and Lemon had dope ass chemistry and she didn't want that to end right away, right? So there's that. So they started, Lemon and Ness started going in on Pizarro. And they said Pizarro, when Pizarro met up with Bree, right? They said when Pizarro met up with Bree, she had a half smoked Black and Mild in her pocket. Oh shit. I can only imagine. Not a half smoked Black and Mild in your pocket. Just think of the optics. Think of the optics. Not behind her ear. Not in like a little case or so. I don't know why you would mob around with a half smoked black, but they said she had a half smoked Black and Mild in her pocket. I never heard the story, so I was bugging out, right? And this is something Bree must have told. Like, where did they get this information? And then they said that Pizarro had to push pause, right, and then go out and finish her Black and Mild. And then they said she came back and she had hot Cheeto stains on her shirt. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. And so as I'm listening to that, and as I'm listening to Lemon and Ness, who are dynamic together. I hate to tell you this, but they are dynamic together. So as I'm listening to that, I'm like, oh, I see why Pizza went live and went crazy, because Pizza pretty much went off as she was dragging. Like, I was like, damn, this is vintage. This is and vintage for me, not for y'all, right? Because vintage for y'all is way back in the day when her voice sounded different and all kinds of shit. Vintage to me is when she allowed Stargate to get jumped, right? so when she set Stargate's ass up, y'all remember that? Stargate thought she was in a safe space. Oh, I like the spaceship. Oh, it's good out here in the galaxy. Is that the Milky Way right here? Yeah, girl, look on over there. That's the Milky Way. She turns her head, gets kicked in the back of the head by Ness, hits the ground and gets jumped. Y'all remember that? That's vintage Pizza for me, you guys. That was my that was when I entered into the beefing sector. Welcome, Code Fam. We got jumped on the spaceship, damn it. Yeah, remember that shit? But anyways, so we got vintage Pizza. What brought it out of her? The dynamic between Ness and Lemon. Now, here's the shakeup. I caught that on replay. I think Shakim may have been live at the same time. I could be wrong. Here is the shakeup. What is going to be the result of everybody experiencing a dope ass moment, a dope ass show, a dope ass panel because Ness was over at Lemons? How is that going to shake shit up? And let us not forget, eat healthy, right? Living life to the fullest, right? Infinite flow, river, infinite flow, river, infinite. What's your name? Hold on. Let me make sure I get it right, Gert. Let me make sure I get it right, Gert. Wait, how do I get it right? How do I make sure I get it right? Let me make sure I get it right, girl. River flow infinite. There we go. There we go. What up, Ivane? What's up, Cosmic Girl? Black Ice. What up, Rodney? What it do though? Rodney in the clouds. Shout out to Rodney in the clouds. What was I talking about? I was talking about, oh man, this is why you don't go off script, Binary. You don't go off your notes, Negro. Now you don't even remember what the hell you was talking. Oh yeah, Shakim, Ness. Yeah, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. I'm curious to see if Shakim is going to have a reaction. Because the cool thing about the finessers is there are certain finessers that do have autonomy and they're able to go and do things that they want to do. I think Ness affords everybody to have that, but for whatever reason, the finessers decide that they're going to be like uber loyal to Ness to the point to where they won't even show up on the ops platform too much, or they won't give the ops no kind of shine or nothing. But I don't think Ness demands that. I think that's just a level of respect that some of the finessers have. But then you have different levels of finessers that are like legit bona fide content creators that rely on YouTube, you know what I mean, for a check. I'm not saying they need YouTube for a check, but that check does come in handy. Like the YouTube check I get. Yeah, okay, fine. I don't need it, but the shit comes in handy. The shit comes in handy. And I got to pay taxes. So it's like, okay, if I got to pay taxes, I'm going to try to run this shit up, run it up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. So you have those types of finessers that need to know what's popping and what's shaking within sectors. And so you will have somebody like Shakim support the living hell out of a YouTube cameras. And we know that Ness and YouTube cameras ain't really, yikes. right? We know that, right? We know that. Ness and YouTube cameras. Ooh, yeah, we know that. Oh, you only have one op hood? Gravity is working against me. And gravity wants to bring me down. Those are facts, hood. You got one op, and that's gravity. Thank you for being here. Malik is in the building. Shout out to Malik. Anybody else I missed? Shout out to the folk that are here. Hopefully I didn't miss you. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who else might be in here that I missed. I think I'm good, though. I think I done got everybody. Yeah, because your boy trying to be a content creator on today. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a content creator. All right. Hold on now. Yup. I got everybody. Look at that. Your boy a content creator up in this bitch. All right. Yo. When the Rennie's in the system, ain't no tellin' will I diss 'em? That's what they be yelling. I'm a pimp by blood, not relation. Y'all be chasing. I replace them. Hey. Shout out to Rennie. Shout out to Lula May. Sees all. I bet you do. And you be having some fire live streams, although it's rare that you go live, but you be having some fire live streams, Miss Lula May. I be seeing you. Roxy, shout out to you. Cosmic Girl, facts. It's hard listening to just her. All right, shout out to the peoples. All right, y'all here. Okay. It's shaken up because Ness has just elevated Lemon when Lemon's back was against the ropes. Ness has just elevated Lemon when Lemon's back is against the ropes. For whatever reason, there is this spirit within the beef sector that is trying to silence Sherekica's boyfriend. I'm anti that spirit. I think there's a lot of healing that can take place in expression and sharing in the good, bad, and the ugly. Like there's healing that could take place. That's just me. For whatever reason, this dude is pursuing conversations with people because he needs that specific type of closure. Lemon expressed how, okay, he gave the man the conversation and that should be it. But this dude is still reaching out to other people. He's still reaching. All right, LaDon, be blessed now. Be blessed. Be blessed in the city. Be blessed in the fields. I will. Yeah, it's going to be a fire live. All right. And so what I find interesting is every time it's going to get close to me having a conversation or I'm pushing in that direction or he's pushing in that direction, it's always this loud echo of don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But it's primarily from either Grandpa Joe or Lemon's camp. And I think the finessers, they're half and half right now. And so I'm trying to figure out what is not being said. What type of information do they not want out? We are going to get to that. Look, I guess that's in my last segment. Damn it, that's in my last segment. We're going to get back to that because there's some information that some people really don't want out. So with Lemon and Ness linking up, that is shaking some shit up because if they do this on a consistent basis, I don't know how Shakim is going to respond. If he even cares. He may not even care. Another thing that I thought was very, very interesting as far as Lemon's Live was concerned was Ness's expressions or Ness's feelings or Ness saying how she is tired of the hypocrisy of the B sector. She's sick of it. Sick of these niggas. She's sick of these niggas. She hired some help. She got rid of them niggas. Like she's tired of the hypocrisy of the beef sector. Which is why, although that channel is gone, she put in so much work. Now, Lemon talks about putting in work. Nah, Ness put in so much work and got that channel of hers popping. Only for it to get snatched. But she got that channel of hers popping and she was moving not in a different direction, but she was moving in addition to. In addition to. Showing the B sector, those that really rock with her in the B sector, cool. But those that don't, that are fickle, that are, half in, half out, that are mindless avatar type trolls, and that's it. She was like, y'all could pretty much kiss her arse. Yeah, it's probably half of her chat, right? She goes from 600 to 300 because, when she stuck the middle finger up at the mindless trolls within the B sector, half of them stopped effing with her. But that was just motivation. So that was motivation, and she took her ass out on these YouTube streets and she ran the numbers up. Showing all of our asses that she don't need us. She ran the numbers up only for hatred to ensue and for people to get rid of her channel. And what did she do? She went to Patreon. And I was trolling my ass off too. Y'all know me. I'm an opportunist. I ain't gonna lie. I was trolling my ass off, but she went to Patreon. And she started collecting her check from Patreon. Unfortunately, she is kind of like me. And, the content from within the B sector is good content. So you're speaking on it. You thought you had some freedoms over at Patreon to do the things that you did, like taking stuff from, not taking stuff from others, but, low key, just showing things you shouldn't show. How about that? And then that Patreon got snatched, right? And then she had to deal with Grandpa Joe getting upset and going to YouTube headquarters, talking about the word circumventing, right? I think his entire email said, Ness No Mess is circumventing. The way that she circumvents on her backup channel, Mess No Mess, Mess No Mess, Mess No Ness, and Ness No Mess. I'm trying to do it backwards, but that was hard. Circumventing. She just keeps circumventing, and she's not supposed to be, and she's circumventing. And if you don't do shit, I'm going to yo boss, and then yo ass is going to be circumventing and looking for another mother effing job, right? So we all read those emails, right? So, the pressure was on. But Ness couldn't be bothered with any of that. She shrugged it all off. She get this dirt off my shoulders. Like she shrugged all that shit off, right? And she kept her head down and kept at it. And she has slowly built up her backup channel to where the numbers are starting to match her old main channel. Now she's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, a little bit stronger. Now she's doing this shit right. And she's realizing that it's better to bank on herself than to try to partner up with people and do this and do that, which gives her the ultimate freedom to move and do the shit that she wants to do. And so she carried her ass over to Lemons and elevated that man's platform. That live stream wouldn't be that dope without Ness's presence over there yesterday. It was that fire. Their connection was that great. So Ness has successfully created her own lane, and she's doing her damn thing. It is what it is. It is what it is. And now we have we heard it through the grapevine that talent is trying to figure out ways to get Lemon to Nesscation. Lord help us. Lord help us. Lord help us. Let me get some water real quick and I'm going to chase that by coffee. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's good water. Let me go ahead and chase it down with some coffee. Hold on. I'm definitely addicted to caffeine. So if Lemon goes to Nestcation, all hell is going to break loose. If Lemon goes to Nestcation, all hell will break loose. The divvying up of time needs to be on the forefront of Ness's mind. If she wants to salvage relationships. Because if Lemon goes to Nestcation, that is going to take away from Shakim and Stefan. And I've known Shakim for a very, very long time. And he will smile and he will entertain and he will be cordial and he will be cool. And all that shit is going to happen during Nestcation. All the while trying to figure out how he gonna whip your head, boy. He gonna whip your head, boy. He gonna whip your head, boy. He will figure out ways how to try his hardest to destroy Lemon on the get back, right? It is just going to amplify whatever it is they got going on now. And I'm all for it, right? I mean, shit, it's more commentary for scavengers like myself. Last thing before we move into the second segment, right? So this is the first segment. This is the shakeup. That's all I put the title on. And thank you guys so much for being here. I do got one more thing to talk about before we move on, but Tastic T is here. I got to say what's up to her. Shout out to Tastic T. Shout out to Youngest. Good to see you. Shout out to Lene. I know I'm saying your name wrong, but you used to it already. So shout out to you. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all. Who is they? Who we talking about? Who we talking about? Yeah, shout out to the folks for being here. I really do appreciate it. You know, y'all are blessing your boy. Y'all are blessing me on today, on this Tuesday. So thanks for being here. Is it me? Last thing before we move into segment part 2. Is it me or is Ghetto back to being a Lemonaire? God damn. We always want to accuse Lemon of reconciling relationships that should not be reconciled or repaired, right? Lemon is going through this just Krista stuff right now because he forgave her after she put that horrific jacket on him, right? And so now these are more of the consequences he has to face. You know what I mean? Now that they have fallen out again. Although they were both on Lolo's panel, and it was kind of strange. But, you know, they were both on there being slightly cordial to one another. Unless I missed it, I didn't see them really arguing. I seen Just Krista disagree with a few things Lemon was saying, but I didn't see like no full-blown argument. Unless I missed it. It could have happened. But okay. I'm glad Ghetto's back over at Lemon's and he's a Lemonaire or whatever. I'm glad. And I'm glad Lemon feels better having his Ace Boon Coon in his pocket again. Like, I'm glad that shit is happening. But how bad of a look is this for Ghetto? This is a crazy look. I mean, I don't even think it's been 3 days since Ghetto was over at Envy's vowing to never return to Lemon's, where Envy was saying, what's the over-under? And then Envy thought twice about betting Ghetto because he was like, if I bet this man $500, only simply off the strength of the bet, he's not going to go back, even if his heart desires it. And so Envy did the right thing and did not bet. And now we see the we see Ghetto's true heart's desire. And that is to be the #1 Lemonaire. So as Lemon's rebuilding, Ghetto wants to be there, handing him the nails and the hammer. Ghetto, can you pass me the Phillips screwdriver? Negro, that's a flathead. I said Phillips, damn it. Gip. I'm gonna pack you up, Gip. I'm gonna pack you up like some tacos, Gip. He's slobbering. Drool coming down the side of his mouth. I'm gonna go to Atlanta. I'm gonna go to Atlanta, Gip. Yo, what's up, Jay Dunn? Good to see you, Jay Dunn. Oh man, I seen Jay Dunn was in some mess, y'all. Jay Dunn was in a little bit of mess. I was at Divine Sevens in the clouds, and I seen her, in Miss Things, kind of tussling a little bit. But Miss Things really don't want that smoke, Jay Dunn. She don't want that smoke with you. Come on now, cut her some slack. She don't want that smoke. All right, guys, we are 51 minutes into the live stream. Y'all know I got about an hour and maybe 5 minutes left. Let's go ahead and jump into segment number 2, but please hit the like button. Your boy is trying to be a content creator as on today. Look, this is not a members only live. It might go on members only later, but it's not a members only live. So do me a favor and hit the like button. Stop playing with me. All right. Because y'all already know. Hold on. Y'all already know why I want you to hit that like button, right? Y'all already know because I got to get my money up, not my funny up. Come on.
I'm the big dilf. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid at, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
All right. So one of the reasons LaDon chose to leave, right? One of the reasons LaDon chose to leave this particular live stream and said, have a good day to everybody, is because I brought up Sherekica, Chicago, RIP. To my homegirl, right? Some people are tired of the story. Some people are still fascinated by the story because of all of the layers that are attached to it. One person that is trying to pretend like he is tired of the story, but is the ultimate clout chaser of the story, is Grandpa Joe, right? Good old glitter boots, good old dirty coyote, right? He is the #1 clout chaser when it comes to Sherekica, even more so than Lemon, damn it. And I don't think Lemon is really clout chasing. I think Lemon is trying to save face. Like, there's a difference, right? But ZX ad nauseum has been talking about this shit every single live stream. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 live streams in a row. He has been talking about this shit ad nauseum. Now, you guys could be like, well, Binary, you mention it every single live stream as well. Yeah, but I don't downplay it as if I shouldn't. I don't downplay it and tell people what they can and cannot talk about. I don't threaten people's livelihood because of a topic. Like, I don't do that shit. And so, people can miss me with saying I talk about it. I always said I would. Last time that I checked, whenever you mention the dead, you're keeping their name alive. Last time that I checked. It's just unfortunate that there are so many people that are uncomfortable talking about situations like this, that they try to project things onto you and muzzle you and get you to stop talking about the very things you want to talk about, damn it. What if I think I already proved this point, but what if we just stopped talking about Malcolm X? What if we just stopped talking about Martin Luther King? What if we just stopped talking about Trayvon Martin? What if we said, forget Mike Brown. Let's not talk about that, or George Floyd. Let's not talk about none of that shit. Or what if y'all, you have your anniversaries of somebody that was a freaking pioneer to your family, somebody that was a staple, patriarch of your family. What if y'all say, hey, this year we're just not gonna speak on Pawpaw. This year we're not gonna recognize the impact of Grandma. This year we're just not gonna do that. Last time that I checked, when you're speaking on somebody, you're keeping their name alive. And nobody is going to tell me what I can and cannot talk about. I'm going to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. It is what it is. It is what it is. And especially somebody that has ad nauseum, starting 5 days ago, did how many live streams did I just count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is all that I just know about, right? So he did a live stream that says Lemon didn't and doesn't care about his member that passed away. 717 views. Then he did the live stream talking about, well, they're trying to exploit the dead, and sat there and talked about Sherekica. 774 views. Then he did a live stream talking about the situation, throwing Resto Lemon and then Krista Shakim and Pizza in there. 1.4 thousand views. Then he did a live stream tagging the boyfriend, tagging Sherekica, talking about he wants to have a conversation or whatever. And this is where he cussed out the boyfriend. 1.8 thousand views. Then he did a live stream with Sir Punk, is what he calls him, and Pizza, and Resto, and Sourpuss, and Lemon, and talked about the situation. 1,000 views. Then he did another live stream talking about the Nest conversation, and still talked about that conversation. Still talked about the stuff. 1,000 views. And now he just did another live stream this morning. Said, Lemon, you showed me that you don't give a damn. And last time that I checked, it was at 200 views and climbing. So y'all can miss me. Grandpa Joe, you can miss me with the whole don't talk about shit. When every panel you hit, you're talking about it. Every single time since 5 days ago, you're talking about it. It was borderline nasty when he was on Envy's platform talking about, well, if you talk to the guy, refer him to my video where I'm cussing him out. And so now he's trying to drive traffic to his channel using the situation. And all I want to do is give this dude the opportunity to have a conversation that he wants to have with me. And I'm the bad guy. Yeah, y'all can definitely miss me with that one. Y'all could definitely miss me with that one. That's crazy work. What up, Rasta baby? Rasta baby. Good to see you, Rasta baby. Angela T. White. What's up, meow meow? Look at the peoples. Diddy Love is here. Look at the folk up in here. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. But yeah, man. So yeah, come on now. Really? We ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm going to do whatever the hell it is I want to do. It is what it is. And I'm going to do what I can do. I'm going to do what I can do. Oh, man. So before we jump into another portion of this here live, which is the shakeup, I want to talk about something that I think is very, very, very interesting. Do you guys know who Monica Cannon Grant is? Do y'all know who Monica Cannon Grant is? If you don't, let me fill you in. Monica Cannon Grant is a Boston activist who co-founded the organization Violence in Boston. She is a prominent figure and organizer within the Black Lives Matter movement. Yesterday, she pleaded guilty on 18 of 27 charges of fraud. She pleaded guilty. 18 of 27 charges of fraud, including wire fraud, mail fraud, filing false tax returns. Prosecutors alleged that it was her and her late husband, Clark Grant. They used her organization to misuse more than $1 million in grant money intended for charity. According to investigators, Miss Monica Cannon Grant spent donated money on personal expenses such as car maintenance, expensive ass dinners, luxury hotels, excessive trips to Maryland. So Monica Cannon Grant sentencing will be on January 29th, 2026. Now, what I want to talk about before we move on is how do you feel about it, and how does that change your perception, if it does, on the Black Lives Matter movement and its impact on society? So, here is my weird opinion. This is a strange opinion. I believe it was worth it. Not necessarily for Monica Cannon Grant. We don't know how much prison time her ass is finna face. And shout out to CEO, little boss lady in the building. I believe, although they were frauding their ass off, and although within my old space, the Umar Johnson sector, I got a lot of flack for saying the Black Lives Matter movement, something feels fishy about it. I still think it was worth it. Although there could have been a billion other ways to get the message across. There could have been a billion other ways to promote, why Black Lives Matter for real. Unfortunately, society chose this way. Although they were robbing communities blind, the message got out there. The message got out there. There were deep conversations had. Everywhere I went, when the Black Lives Matter movement was really, really popping. Now, I always thought, like I said, I always thought there was something fishy about it. But the sentiments behind it, I got behind. And so when I was out in public, I would defend the notion, not the organization, but the notion that Black Lives Matter and we should be expressing it. I remember I got a beanie, right? And on the beanie, it said, I matter, right? I thought that was pretty clever. I go around and with the beanie on, and people could tell that was a Black Lives Matter pretty much beanie or whatnot. And it was I matter. So, I'd mob around with that, and it was a conversation starter. What I'm about to tell y'all, I've had this conversation probably 1,600 times. And it's from white folk. Some that I know, some that I didn't know. And it was, I don't mind that they're saying that Black Lives Matter. I just don't like that they're excluding the rest of the lives. Why is it in all lives matter? And then you explain to them the level of publicized police brutality and the police brutality that was caught on hidden cameras, and the fact that Black Death has been broadcasted like nobody's business for the past 20 years, and the whole Colin Kaepernick stuff, like all that stuff, like you start breaking that stuff down, and we're saying like, look, we already know your guys' lives matter because it's not being publicized as much as ours, but ours matters as well. And so I would always have that conversation ad nauseum. But here's the thing. I loved having that conversation. I loved the climate of our nation at that time as Black people were finally being recognized as mother effing human beings and not some kind of robotic sports figure. What did that white woman tell LeBron? Just shut up and dribble. The fuck? And so, in my humble opinion, I thought, the movement was dope. Now, I know the fraudulent shit. Yeah, come on. It seems like almost everything you try to do positive in this world, there's always some scumbags behind the movement. I can't stand that shit. Even when Jesus hung on the cross for the sins of humanity, there were the Sadducees and Pharisees capitalizing. I mean, there ain't shit you can do. The devil is deviling. Damn it, man. What up? I'm no joke. What's good, Rachel's heart? What's up to the peoples? You know what I'm saying? What's good to the peoples? Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show so far. You know what I'm saying? Lemon's childbearing hips are wide. Shout out to you. And not the avatar looking like that. Shit. But yeah, and so she did plead guilty. She pled guilty to 18 of the 27 charges, including wire fraud and all the other things. Yo, what's goody, ODS? Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. Yeah, so I mean, there's that. There are so many other people like Sir Major Page, the founder of they say fake nonprofit Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta. That person was sentenced to 42 months in prison in October of 2024 for wire fraud and money laundering. He defrauded donors of over $450,000. Saria Salim, a UK-based organizer. Salim was jailed in 2023 for committing fraud by using her position to transfer over £32,000 from a fundraiser to her personal bank accounts from Black Lives Matter. The Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. They're in a financial lawsuit ever since September 2022. I mean, it's just so much going on. However, it was worth it. The message was sent out, and it was loud and clear. They were going to get their money regardless. It's sad how they got their money off the backs of Black suffering, but at least the message was out there. So, all right, so let's jump into the third segment, right? And then I'll drop the link, and then I'll have only like 30 minutes to talk, guys, so it can't be a long ass. If y'all want to come up, it can't be long. Yeah, your boy is going to actually drop the link if anybody wants to come up and talk to me. I know it's early in the morning. If not, then I could figure out things to talk about before to get to that 2 hour mark, because that's what I do. I go live for 2 hours Monday through Thursday, and I'm off on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is a mother effing part-time job for me, but I like it. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, so the third and final segment that we're going to jump into is the tide has now shifted. So Grandpa Joe is getting upset with Lemon now. We got to remember Grandpa Joe had Lemon's back for a very long time dealing with the Sherekica Chicago situation. Grandpa Joe commended Lemon on doing a lot of things behind the scenes. But now Grandpa Joe is upset with Lemon because Lemon would not and will not have a sit down with Diva. Lemon will not allow bygones to be bygones. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but Grandpa Joe decided in his spirit that he needs to be the mediator between Lemon and Diva. He decided in his soul and in his mind and in his spirit, he needs to be that voice of reason. He needs to grab one hand and grab the other hand and put the hands together and then begin to sing, Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. I don't know. And so he went through great lengths. The effort was really there. He did a live stream. He tagged Diva in it. He's like, Diva, come here. We need to talk. Diva came up and talked. They came up with some solutions of how, how they can rectify. I think that's the key word. Rectify the situation between Lemon and Diva. And so Grandpa Joe thought he was on to something. Grandpa Joe realized how well that live actually went. And so he hit Lemon's platform and was pretty much letting him know, like, look, there can be a ceasefire. There's a peace treaty. Here's a contract on the table. Sign your name on the dotted line and all things would be well between you and Diva. And so Grandpa Joe brokered that deal. Grandpa Joe handed Lemon the pen. Lemon looked at the pen with his right eye. And he was staring at it. And he slammed the pen on the ground. And he said, F dat B. God damn. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I was like, oh shit. And then he said, she might be y'all's Freddy Krueger, but she's not mine. Damn. So I'm pretty positive with those two statements that Lemon made, it is up and it is stuck. Now, I don't even think Diva was even thinking about any forms of reconciliation with Lemon until Grandpa Joe summons her, so to speak. Until Grandpa Joe came up with the bright idea to try to reunite them. Because what you got to realize is Grandpa Joe is benefiting off of Lemon's situation with Sherekica's boyfriend. He's benefiting off of it. And Diva Tomboyish is on Lemon's arse. She is relentless. Relentless. And she will stop at nothing. She is reaching out to Sherekica's parents. She is reaching. Now, one thing that I don't want us to miss is that although I think Diva cray-cray, she is cray-cray, she brings forth information. It is what it is. She knows how to set the streets on fire and have us talking for a good month, you guys. As cray-cray as you think she is, she is perfect for the beef sector. Now, Lemon was trying to write her off. She ain't beef sector. She ain't this. She ain't that. She black sector. They don't even fuck with you. Cut it out. One thing that Envy says that I wholeheartedly agree with is don't cut it out with the lines of the sector. Diva Tomboyish has been over here causing mayhem and havoc for a very long time, doing what she does best. So cut it out. And I'm not caping. I'm just talking however the hell I feel like talking. Now, I'm interested in this situation because now that Grandpa Joe was trying to be a peacemaker and ended up making shit worse, I'm curious now of what direction this just might take. Because Diva is talking about how she's going to take a few days off. And she's talking about how, oh, Lemon, you won. She's done. She's going to take a few days off. She's done. She's over this shit. No, don't. Come on now. If y'all believe that shit, there's a bridge somewhere for sale. I don't know how the saying goes. Now, Diva's plan is to reach out to Sherekica's parents, mom and stepdad. And she said she is going to let them know about the space their daughter was in. I'm not too sure about the impact of this move on Diva's part. Outside of this one thing, which is a major thing. So please listen closely to what I'm about to say. Well, don't listen closely to this part, but listen closely to the next part of what I'm about to say. Diva Tomboyish, if she does this, like she said she was going to do, I don't know if she's going to do it or not. I'm pretty sure she says she's done, but she's not done. If she reaches out to the parents and she gathers this information, the parents more than likely are not going to really care about Sherekica's internet activity. They're not really going to care. They're not really going to care about who she was talking to. They're not really going to care about this or about that. But they are going to care about the memories of their daughter. And Diva Tomboyish will be able to supply some of those memories. Now, here's the part you need to listen to. Once she starts unpacking the memories, and then they start sharing their memories, once again, it creates a living Sherekica. When you speak on the dead, it keeps their name alive. And what that's going to do is it is going to be aimed towards Lemon. That is going to be one of the most destructive things that Diva is going to do to Lemon's psyche. Diva has been on Lemon's ass for the past couple of months, I would say. And once Sherekica's real life starts to get exposed and Lemon starts to see and fingers start to get pointed, we know that shit's going to happen. That is going to be a critical blow to Lemon's ego and his spirit and his psyche. It's going to have an effect. I don't care if he's pretending like it's not going to bother him, like it's not this, like it's not that. It is going to have an effect. How can you be so confident, Binary? Because when it was breaking news, we seen how it affected Lemon. He actually does have feelings, you guys. He said that. Do you guys not know that I'm a human? I'm just a human being. And that leads me into this. 2 more points that I got. That leads me into this. I have a sneaking suspicion that the reason why a lot of people don't want me to have that conversation with the boyfriend is because it may highlight things that put people in a very bad light. Now, as much as I would troll Sherekica, right? I would troll, right? As much as I would troll her, I always knew, I thought it was a husband at the time, though. I always knew she had a husband and she had kids. I did not know the extent of her health issues, though. I'll tell you that. I did not even know she had health issues until the whole Beans and Sherekica scandal took off. And then I was like, oh, shit. And so with Lemon, though, his shit was a lot deeper than my shit. So he had a way deeper connection. And so if I had the conversation and shit popped up that we didn't know about, it could put Lemon in a very bad light. And potentially my twin Resto as well. And anyone else that was doing behind the scenes shit with Sherekica. It can open up a whole can of worms. Now, the beef sector primarily is saying, let her rest in peace, stop putting her shit out there. But I have a gut feeling that it's really about, don't put these other people in a bad light. I really think that's what it's about. I'm not too sure if people even really care about Sherekica's legacy like that, unfortunately. I think they're trying to save face when it comes to certain people that were probably talking nasty behind the scenes with Sherekica. More than likely, I could be wrong. Now, here's the kicker, and then I'm done. Here's the kicker. If I am afforded the opportunity to have this conversation, and things do come out that are like, whoa, bro, really? Really? Is it even going to matter? Come on, let's be honest. It may be shocking for like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, maybe. But at the end of the day, people, they're not really going to care. They're not really going to care about someone's character. They're not really going to care about what really went on behind the scenes. They're not going to care about who caused what and who did what. It's going to be shocking. But at the end of the day, people are not going to care. So I find it interesting that whoever these folk are, I don't know who they are, but that are trying to prevent this guy from getting shit off of his chest and speaking his piece to the sector, They're trying to stop him from doing all this shit because possibly some slanderous shit from their faves may come out. But at the end of the day, those people are not going to care. So here's my plea to y'all. Can you please, for the love of God, stop pretending like you care now? You don't care. And you know it. You don't care if I have the conversation or not. You're just looking to see how you can make it salacious. You're just looking to see how you could keep some beef going. You're just looking to see how you control the situation. At the end of the day, yo ass don't give two shits. If it comes out that Lemon was sexting, if it comes out that Resto was flirting and taking pics of his stuff, and y'all don't care. You don't care. If anything, they may gain more subscribers and more in the chat. Let's just keep it real. We're just gonna keep it all the way real. Y'all really don't give a damn. There we go. All right, I got 30 minutes left. You know, what up, Jessica B? What up, Kimberly Black? Thank y'all so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all the real ones. Y'all the real ones. Thank y'all so much for being here. So the economy, let me talk about this real quick. The economy is not doing too hot. One of the main reasons people put Donald Trump in the office is because of the economy. And there are really no signs of real growth outside of inflated numbers by the White House. So I was looking up how the economy now, right? How is the economy now? And the only positive things that I could find as far as the economy is concerned is from whitehouse.gov. So they're doing their own type of press and shit. Listen, the economy is doing so bad right now. The economy is doing so bad right now that even the European Union is having issues with our tariffs. Even the European Union is having issues with our tariffs now. Thank you, Kimberly Black. I appreciate that. Give me liberty and justice. Or give me liberty, or give me you know what else. You know the old saying. Yeah, whitehouse.gov. Ain't that some shit? They're the only ones talking positive. It's sad, man. It is sad, man. Inflation's at 2.9%. I mean, gosh, unemployment rate is at 4.3 going up. And listen, the saddest thing about the unemployment rate is guess who it affects the most? Black folks. To not report numbers. Yep. Yep. He never reported his own taxes. The first presidency to not divulge since Jimmy Carter started the tradition. It's sad, man. This is sad, man. And hey, I gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? I gave him a chance. I was like, hey, I see what you're trying to do. Have at it, brother. Have at it. And man, this is so bad. This is so bad. All right, let me go ahead and drop the link as I recap what was said. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. I'm not gonna paste the link. If you catch it, you catch it. If not, oh well. You know what I mean? Because I can talk for 30 more minutes. That's no problem. Closer to the holidays, this time of year, people are broke and go broke and lose money. It's a cat mouse game. Oh man, those are facts. Those are facts on top of facts on top of facts. Big facts. Big facts. So what I'm gonna start doing is watching a little bit more of Jay Wilson. I haven't been watching Jay Wilson in a while, so I need to catch up on the GMS sector. Wait, no, that's not it. BGM. There we go. I need to catch up on the BGM sector. I got to catch up on that. Cosmic Girl so eloquently coined the sector BGM, which is black gay male sector. I need to catch up over there, see what's going on. I know there's drama. I think court cases are happening. I think there are court cases happening. I could be wrong, but I think Rico is going to court. I think Tommy Castro, they're due to go to court. Like, so there's that. So there's a lot of shit going on over there, right? I know Shakim shared out Jay Wilson, so I think he's back over there listening in. Another content creator that I will, keep saying that I'm supporting is Sir King. Sir King had a very good live talking about ICE and stuff like that. I like Sir King's lives because not all of them are beef sector related or drama filled. He does have some informative lives of what's going on around our nation and sports and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Sir King. And shout out to the advice that he has given me as far as, stay in the course, talking how I want to talk, doing the things that I want to do, and covering my mother effing arse, because that's exactly what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Covering my arse, So there's a lot of cool things going on in the beefing sector. You just got to keep your eyes open and look for it. Young Audio is back. Audio Pope is back. He says that the sector is mad demonic. You know what I mean? He's going to lay low a little bit, do his live here and there, pop up every once in a while. But he's saying the sector took a weird, very demonic turn. I don't know if I agree. I don't think it took a demonic turn. I think it took a very controversial turn on topics, right? It took a very controversial turn on topics. And one thing we do know about Young Audio, Young Radio Shack, is that he can, when he wants to, have a dope discussion when he wants to. But he primarily doesn't want to bring that shit to YouTube, right? So he'll talk about it occasionally here and there, about, the world and the United States and what's going and, deeper things. But he typically likes to just stay in the effery. And I don't blame him, man. I'm the weirdo that likes to try to bring balance to a very toxic space. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But even Audio is doing his thing. I know Audio and Lemon were on the panel and they were bonding over living with their mamas. I mean, as if. Not bonding, live with your mamas. Get out. Get out. Not bonding, live with y'all's mama. Come on now. But I get it, right? It's California, man. It's California. Look, if I could get a big ass house that my mama paid for, and like she could just have a room inside this big ass house, and I could kind of help her pay a little bit of the bills, and I could save a shit ton of money, I would do it. I would do it. I ain't gonna hold you. I would do it. But one thing I don't think I could do, I don't think I could be supported by my mom. My brain can't, probably because I moved out of the house at 17. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I moved out of the house at 17, my mind, it is so hard to fathom, living with I can't, man. I can't even think of the thought. And let me just go back to their age. I think Audio Young Radio Shack is what, 27? Nah, there ain't no way. Lemon is what, 35 or so? Yeah. There just ain't no way, man. There ain't no way. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Envy has a live scheduled for later. He said the title is going to be done later. especially based off of everything that happened yesterday. He knows that his live is going to be fire. So, I'm going to make sure that I either catch the replay or up in the clouds. I wish I could be a little bit more active in the sector, but I can't, y'all. I can't. My job, just the way my job is, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. ATL gal, I see you. I see you. Oh, come pillow talk with Bay. Hey, there's the peoples right there. There's the peoples. Yeah, I see y'all. I see y'all. The link has been dropped. If anybody wants to click the link and come up and talk to me for a good 15 minutes. I got another 15 minutes. Anybody could come up and say what's up. I got a good 15 minutes. Just don't come up here cussing me out, man. I got a good spirit about me this morning. I got a good spirit about me this morning. You know what I'm saying? Don't be coming up here cussing me out unless you just have to, unless you got to get it off your chest. By there, I can't stand unless you just got to get it off your chest, then you could do that. So what else has been popping in the sector? It doesn't really have to be what else. It's crazy like when people do that. When people I just sat here for an hour and 35 minutes talking about all kinds of crazy shit that happens in the sector, right? And then towards the tail end, when I run out of shit to talk about as far as the sector is concerned, we say things like this as content creators. So what else going on in the sector? Yeah, the sector been kind of slow lately. No, it has not. We just spent an hour and 36 minutes talking about the sector. You know who does that a lot? Brianna. Brianna will do that. She'll sit there and talk for about an hour or 45 minutes to an hour and a half or whatnot. And then she'll be like, yeah, but ain't shit really happening. Damn it, you just spoke for an hour about shit that's going on. There's a lot happening in the sector. It's just our asses can't keep up. I can't keep up. Shoot. I know. Here's the thing about Yaya and myself, right? When it comes to the Sherekica situation, Yaya is on one side of the fence. I'm on the other side of the fence, right? And so every platform I go to or every channel that I frequent, you hear Yaya's perspective, and people will definitely agree with her perspective that pretty much stop talking about the shit, right? They will agree to it, but then they don't listen. So make that make sense. They agree to it, but nobody listens. And we continue to talk about it. And then Envy made some great points yesterday by saying, what is wrong with talking about it? Man, I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man. Is it the thirst for opposition? Maybe that's it. Code is better for you, for your psyche to not engage in the sector as much. Pop in, pop out. That works for you. Yeah, that works for you. Yeah, free thinker. I see you be doing that. And you're right. But you know how addicting this shit can get. It can get mad addicting. So, I gotta. Oh man, I could allow the show to go longer if my black ass could just read the chat. Y'all are like, we trying to assist you, Negro. Read the chat more. Dang, he had a deeper connection, huh? Show me the Carfax. Damn. Okay, maybe a deeper connection. Not who is Brianna? What sector is she from? Lord Jesus. Jessica B is on 1,000 right now. On 1,000. Getting better, ATL gal. They getting better. I didn't have to be as gentle when drying them off, but getting better, ATL gal. Oh man. Oh, let me share this story with you. So yesterday, right? Okay, this is gonna sound horrible, right? So my son plays flag football. Okay. Now his team is not, they're not bad, but they're not good, right? So in the league that he's in, everybody makes the playoffs, right? And so with everything I got going on at work, and then, got to do the flag football practice, and then got to do this and got to do that. Like, oh, it's been daunting, right? It's just been daunting. His team decides, right before playoffs, that it's time for them to turn up. And so now, no, you did not. Girl. Baby girl. Let me see you do your dance. Let me see you twirl. Blocking your entire chat because I prefer members only. God damn. Shit. Well, thank you, Jessica B, for that. And sorry I missed it, Jessica B. What is wrong with me? See, I told you I'm trying to be a content creator, right? I'm trying. And so, okay, they decide it's time to turn up. And I'm thinking like, oh, damn. Now your team wants to be good. Like this season could have been over. And now all of a sudden y'all make the playoffs. I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Because I know what's going to happen. Like they're not good enough to win it all, right? And so you just feel like you're like, oh, you just want the shit to be over. And so yesterday was their first playoff game. And yeah, they got smoked. They got smoked. And the joy that I had. I hate talking like this, but the joy that I had knowing that at least this portion of my life, this chapter has closed. It is over. I can wipe my hands. I can breathe. No more practices. No more games. None of that. The relief of entering into the second half of the game, knowing that a comeback was impossible. I was one of the most encouraging parents on the sideline. It's all right, boys. It's all right. Y'all get it. Hey, listen, go ahead and just score. You was off today, but you're all right. We know y'all better than this. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. knowing deep down inside the amount of joy oh damn. Oh, who else gonna motivate her, right? Come fill a talk with Bay. Hey, Sally O'Malley. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end it there. 1 hour, 45 minutes. That ain't bad. I'm gonna end it there. Shoot. I think this is gonna be Angela T. I know. It's too much, damn it. It's too much. Free at last. Oh man. And now my older son, basketball season's about to start up. Lord help me. But this is what you do when you support your kiddos, right? These are the sacrifices you got to make. So, hey, I know y'all can feel that. I know a lot of y'all are some soccer moms. Cut it out. Or even soccer grandparents now. So cut it out. Y'all already know. I love the children, right? Wu-Tang love the kids, but damn it. Sometimes enough is enough, damn it. Enough is enough. Have a great rest of your guys' day. Thank you so much for renewing that membership and being a Code Fam member, Riverflow Infinite. And Jessica B, thank you for that $2 and reminding me how dope our members only lives are. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and get up out of here. Remember, over here at Code Fam, the Codification Squad, and the Green Team, all we do is turn up. That's what we do. We turn up. We don't tuck our tails and run. We don't do none of that. We turn up. Peace. Watch us turn up. Code Fam. Watch us turn up. Yeah. People get so confused. How is this doctor in the hood? Navigate the system, refuse to let it take my mind, body, and soul. You see what's good is misunderstood. Divine got me not sold out, but walked in the fire. Develop a real team. Try, tested the truth. Desire to really reach one, teach one, and learn from one. In a sector where they snake one, break one. Ain't no loyalty, niggas is fake. I see all them leaves. I got the rake, yeah. Let's go ahead and rake them up. Bag them up, yeah. Let's go ahead and bag them up. Rake them up. Let's body bag them up. What's the point when they don't play by the rules of engagement? They on that fake shit. Get it? They can't hang when the pressure cooker's on top temp. That's when they resort to doxing, calling jobs in, weak-minded with weak views and tight wigs. All of their time spent watching YouTube with no riz. Kids in the background screaming for attention they don't get. For some cash apps and AdSense checks already spent. For some cash apps and AdSense checks already spent. Watch us turn up. 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 Shout out to the Codification Squad. Shout out to the Green Team. Shout out to the Code Breakers. Shout out to Code Fam. Watch us turn up. Watch us turn up. Watch us turn up. Watch us turn up.
Yeah.